Hello, and thank you for stopping by. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. If you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when new videos arrive. I was thinking of changing my format. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I'm thankful for all of you that do subscribe. I don't have a lot of viewers, but for those that do view my videos, I am very thankful for you because it allows me a platform to speak on things that I feel is important. Other people might not find them quite as important as other things. Some people get on YouTube because they want to be entertained. They don't want to be educated. I've never been very much for entertainment. I love entertainment, but I have never really been able to entertain very much. For one, my appearance, and two, my voice is not very entertaining. But I was talking to a friend of mine, and he suggested that I do reactionary videos to both music or movies because I love music and I love movies. But I got to thinking, YouTube is full of reactionary videos to both movies and music. And I would be jumping on the bandwagon just because it would be a way for me to make movies or make videos based on things that are very popular. Now, I could do that, but I don't know if I could do it justice. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube, and I'm not down on people that do reviews. I'm not down on the review itself or the reaction video itself. I am down on people that jump on the bandwagon just because it's popular. Now, there's a lot of videos out there, and I've noticed that when a video gets up and it doesn't get taken down, just about everybody and their grandmother decides to react to that same video. And a lot of times, the video in itself that they do is very disingenuous. It's very non-heartfelt. And what I mean by that is that they're fake applauding or fake laughing or their fake enjoyment of the music video itself. They may not even be into that type of music because they like something else. Like I've seen people that are into rap music reacting to rock and roll videos. Not because they like the rock and roll itself or the heavy metal, but because it'll make them very, it'll get them a lot of subscribers and a lot of views. And that's great and everything, but it's kind of like spoofing a spoof movie or spoofing a spoof video. Sort of like somebody that is crying, and you can definitely tell that they're not sad. They're just going through, oh, it is so horrible, and I can't believe that this is happening to me. And, they go through this thing, and it's like, it's unbelievable, and it may even be funny the way they're doing it, and maybe that's what gets them over, but I'm not like that. I talk about relevant things to me, or things that I find relevant that I think should maybe be relevant to other people, such as local Seattle, the homeless plight, the city council not doing their job. I have a hard time with the defunding of the police. Do I think that the police need to be fixed? Yes, I think that the police department needs to be fixed. Do I think that we should take away the police permanently? No. But I do think that the police and the citizens that it's sworn to protect should have a rapport. They should, not a good old boy kind of thing, not a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, but a relationship where the citizens know that when they need help, they can call on the police. And the police know that if they're trying to take out somebody that's a criminal, an actual legitimate criminal, that the citizens will back them up on it, that the citizens will pitch in and help. You ain't got to subdue the guy, but if you know any information, you trust the police enough to be able to come forward with that, and you're not looked at like a snitch. I want to talk about stuff like that, things that happen local and things that happen national, like the COVID, when it got started. Why was Seattle the first major city that we heard of that got the COVID? Was it because this was all a setup? We'll never know for sure. We have our ideas and we have our theories, but we have to trust that the official story is the true and correct story, and that they're not doing anything to change what our story is, because that's the truth. But speaking of the truth, how do we know what's true and what's not true? Look at the election 2020. Joe Biden won the election fair and square. Was there election tampering? Was there voter tampering? Yeah, sure. I mean, in every election, somebody's going to try to put in a few extra votes on their candidate's behalf because they love their candidate. So they want their candidate to win. I'm not saying that that's not happening. It happens in every election, whether it be local, state, or federal. Every presidential election has had some interference whatsoever, but it has not had major interference, except for maybe a few times in our history that we're not really allowed to know about. And when we do know about it, we just write it off. So we have that going on. And as far as the truth, how do we know what's true and what's not true? We have muddied the waters. And when I say we, I'm talking about America as a whole. I mean, the whole world does this from time to time, but I'm just speaking about America. As a whole, we have muddied the water so much that we don't know what's the truth and what's not the truth. When the truth comes out, there's going to be people that don't believe it because it doesn't fit what they think. And then you're going to have people that say, so-and-so did this, and you're going to have people that kind of believe it to begin with. So they're going to jump on that bandwagon and say that it's truth, when really it may not be. And they will argue with you tooth and nail. They will argue with you until the cows come home that they're right and you're wrong, when actually you might be right and they might be wrong. But they're unwilling to look at it that way. So what is truth? Even if the truth stared you in the face and slapped you around a little bit and say, hey, I'm here, buddy, and I'm telling you that this is what really happened. Are you going to believe it or not? Probably not, because it's not what you want to believe. It's not your truth. And a lot of people have been saying that lately, that this is my truth. They say, this is my truth. And what do they mean by that? Basically what they're meaning is this is their story about themselves. This isn't what's true to them, or this is how they feel that it is true. When people say this is my truth, instead of saying this is my story, they want you to believe that it's honest and that this is your story. Now I'm going to mention something else real quick. A couple of years back, there was a TV series just getting started called Star Trek Discovery. And within it, there was an actor that was on this show. And he claimed that Kevin Spacey had touched his leg in a bar. That he was young, 14 years old to be exact. He had just did a play, and he was at a bar, and Kevin Spacey put his hand on his leg. And upon doing that, he got freaked out, and when Kevin Spacey went to the bathroom, he bolted. He waited all this time to come up with this. Now, Star Trek Discovery was on a regular network, and it didn't do so good. So they moved it. I want to say CBS All Access. I want to say CBS. And so they moved it to that. And when he came out with this, when the actor came out with this story that got Kevin Spacey in all this hot water, people started investigating who this guy was. They'd really never heard of him before. He was kind of a nobody. Well, now he was a somebody that was connected to Star Trek. And when people found out that Star Trek had a brand new series called Star Trek Discovery, and he was on this show, a lot of people started watching Star Trek. So by telling people that Kevin Spacey had done something to him, that it was very traumatic. I mean, if I'm at a bar and I'm 14 years old and Kevin Spacey touches my leg while my pants are on in a bar, he touches my leg. Is that going to traumatize me for the rest of my life? And I've had some traumatic things happen to me when I was a child that I'm not going to get into here. I'm not going to talk about them on video, but I've had traumatic things happen to me. Now, I was adopted when I was 6. I had some traumatic things happen to me the first year at my new mom and dad's house. Then, a few years later, I had some more traumatic stuff happen that should have rocked me for life, but it didn't. Some people are able to handle things better than others. Maybe Kevin Spacey touching the guy on the leg, maybe that was traumatic for him. Maybe it ruined him for life. All I know is that now he has gotten what he has out into the news, and for him, that is his truth. Whether Kevin Spacey did it or not, it doesn't matter. All that matters is people that wanted to kind of believe it, believed it. And people that needed to feel sorry for somebody felt sorry for them. That goes back to my original thing of what is truth and what isn't. And why do people do what they do? Is it because they know that it will get them sympathy, or YouTube, it'll get them likes and subscriptions and views? Or are they doing it because it really matters to them? What is truth? If you happen to know, please put it in the comment below, right down here. And if you have something you'd like to add to this video, put it in a comment below. Also, if you would like to give me a thumbs up and a like, please do that as well. And if you would like to subscribe to my video, please hit the subscription button right down over here and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when I get new videos in. Remember, truth. Is it true, or is it the appearance of truth that we're more concerned about? I'm going to let you go on this note. Remember, make tomorrow better than yesterday by doing the very best we can today. Have a good evening, America, and all points beyond.